I had no idea the British press was so bigoted.
This one's wife. The narcissist came together in a whirlwind. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I'm often asked when I'm interviewed by people, H.G., what are some of the signs that you might be dealing with a narcissist? And I invariably direct people to my excellent books, Red Flag and Black Flag, which between them set out 100 indicators to help you identify that you may well be dealing with a narcissist. With regard to the early stages, one of the key indicators is the concept of love bombing, where the narcissist, with unholy speed, looks to get you under control. As you know, the narcissist pursues the prime aims, one of which is control. And in order to get that control, it must be done as quickly as possible, so that the narcissist can then avail him or herself of your fuel, character traits, and residual benefits. There are instances that a narcissist will assert control through malign means at an early stage with an individual. But most of the time, and especially so when it comes to intimate relationships, the narcissist rolls out the good stuff. Thereby, you are flattered, you're complimented. Sometimes the compliments might not exactly sit with what you believe your perception of yourself is, but nevertheless the narcissist rolls them out, and everybody likes to be complimented. You might be bought gifts, taken to exciting places, given lashings of mind-blowing sex. The narcissist wants to spend a lot of time with you. The narcissist is always coming around to where you live or inviting you around. The narcissist may talk about wanting to get married to you, wanting to live with you, wanting to have children with you. And this is all done in a very early stage, after maybe just 2 or 3 dates. The narcissist may proclaim that they love you already, even though you think to yourself, but you barely know me. But they explain that away with flowery and grandiose language. It's a blitzkrieg that you're subjected to. And often, you've been tenderized by narcissists previously, meaning that when another one comes along and you don't spot them, the fact that you're treated so well feels so good compared to the horrors that you've endured previously. You're up against the manipulations of the narcissist. You're also up against your own addiction to the narcissist when you're subjected to this love bombing and the whirlwind need to get you under control. There are, of course, instances where 2 narcissists will come together, and invariably they will both try and seduce one another and do so quickly in order to get one another under control so that they can drink of the fuel and access the character traits and residual benefits and not be subconsciously concerned with the issue of control because it's been achieved. We know that this one's wife is a narcissist. We know that because I have undertaken a comprehensive examination of her behaviours, and ever since I made that pronouncement years ago, we have seen time and time again her narcissism in action. The level of reportage there is in relation to her enables us to see her narcissism in action on a near daily basis. She became a narcissist because she received the genetic predisposition from one or more of her parents, and she was subjected to a lack of control environment. The genetic predisposition either came from her mother or her father, because both are narcissists, for reasons that I've explained previously and elsewhere. Furthermore, she was subjected to a lack of control environment. Her mother disappeared for a number of years, and that lack of maternal influence will have affected her need for control. Furthermore, her father overcompensated by essentially treating her like a princess, enabling her to do whatever she wanted, so that she believed that she was better and more special than she actually is. Accordingly, this one's wife, if you like, received a double dose of the genetic predisposition and at least 2 lack of control environments. Therefore, it was no surprise that her narcissism came to be as a means of a defense mechanism for her. And, ironically enough, it's hello that provides us with further evidence as to the status of her parents by explaining this one's wife's doppelganger mother, Doria's, 23, Whirlwind Temple wedding with Thomas, 35. The Duchess of Sussex's parents got married following a 6-month romance. Now, it's important to point out that there can be some people who get married very quickly after meeting one another, and narcissism isn't involved. You won't find any other indicators. The fact that two people get married so quickly is a narcissistic indicator. But if there's nothing else that shows that one of those individuals or both of them is a narcissist, then clearly neither are. You can't just look at the fact that somebody got married quickly and say, oh, that means that they are narcissists. I, of course, have looked at other aspects of the behaviour of this one's wife's parents to make that determination. And here we highlight on one of many narcissistic indicators that demonstrate what they are. The article, which was only published recently, explains this one's wife was considered to be one of the oldest royal brides when she married Prince Harry, aged 36 in 2018. But her mother, Doria Ragland, chose to tie the knot at a much younger age. At just 23, Doria met and married 35-year-old divorcee Thomas Markle. The pair had been working on the TV show General Hospital in 1979, lack of boundary recognition, transgression of professional and work boundaries, where she was a makeup artist and he was a lighting director, when their professional relationship turned romantic. Again, many people meet at work, but it is a lack of boundary recognition for a professional relationship to turn romantic. But again, just that one indicator of itself doesn't mean that that person is a narcissist. You need to look at the collective behaviours. But again, in relation to these two individuals, we have another narcissistic indicator. Following a 6-month whirlwind romance, the Duchess of Sussex's parents tied the knot in an unconventional low-key ceremony at an LA temple. Recalling her parents' love story, this one's wife wrote in I like to think he was drawn to her sweet eyes and her afro, plus their shared love of antiques. Whatever it was, they married and had me. Notice, of course, she needs to bring it back to being about her. Their fast-paced relationship, narcissistic indicator, even came as a surprise to their families, with this one's wife's uncle, Joseph Johnson, telling the Mail on Sunday, none of the family knew anything about Tom until we got the wedding invitations. That, of course, shows a sense of entitlement to keep matters quiet and a failure to inform people about the relationship. Now, of course, you're not obligated to tell the world about the fact that you're in a relationship, but you think that you might mention it to your family, and the failure to do so shows a sense of entitlement, another narcissistic indicator. The article then goes on to explain to us what went on at the wedding, what was worn, and so on and so forth. You don't need to know about all of that. It's the usual schlop that you get from Hello. But what is interesting is that we have evidence here that demonstrates that her parents came together very quickly, which is not a surprise, given the fact that they are a pair of narcissists. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.